Now, so far, we've mainly tackled what you might call the vertical. That is our relationship with God, drawing near to him, holding on to faith in him. But the Christian life is always about more than just the vertical relationship with God. It's always also about the horizontal relationship with each other. Remember, Jesus said, what are the two greatest commandments? Love God and love your neighbor. And especially to love those within the family of faith. The Christian life is never just about me and God in some kind of privatized relationship. Because when I know God as my Father, well, fellow Christians become my brothers and sisters. That's how families work. And the author of Hebrews is saying that one really important task for us is to consider how we might help each other, how we might spur each other on to live out our faith in Jesus. And let me say, this is not a kind of small, inconsequential side project for us. Let me tell you why. That word consider is a very important one. The only other time the author of Hebrews uses that verb is in Hebrews chapter 3, verse 1, where he says, therefore, holy brothers and sisters who share in the heavenly calling, fix your thoughts on Jesus, whom we acknowledge as our apostle and high priest. Now, you don't see this in English, but the fix your thoughts there is actually exactly the same word, the same Greek word as is translated consider in chapter 10. So do you see in Hebrews there are at least two big things we are to consider. We've got to consider Jesus. We've got to fix our thoughts on him, reflect on him, set our minds on him, think of him, focus on him. I guess that won't surprise you. What might surprise you is that the author comes back to use the same word with the same force and says that we need to do all of that stuff we do toward Jesus, fix our eyes on him, focus on him. We need to do all of that with the same seriousness in fixing our eyes on how we might help and encourage our Christian brothers and sisters. Is that striking to you? Just as we focus on Jesus, we must focus on his church. Just as we look to serve Jesus, so we must look to serve those around us. Just as we give ourselves to Jesus, it is every bit as important that we give ourselves to this task of encouraging and spurring on fellow believers to love and follow and serve him better. And of course, these things always must go together. It's not an either or, it's a both and. So do you see what a serious responsibility we all have?